Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there are several individuals that William Ruto avoided just because he believed they were incompetent. There are those he fired direct, and there are those that through the various institutions, he engineered their removal. That's through impeachment. For example, regarding Gachagwa. Ruto said that when Kindiki came to office, he was one of the best competent deputy president. Unlike Gachagwa was incompetent. We have Mithika Linturi, the former CS for agriculture. We have JB Muturi, the former AG who refused to sign some papers. Moses Kuria was also removed. So Gachagwa was reacting to this, the issue of incompetent, and is asking one question. If you removed Gachagwa, you removed Muturi, Linturi, Kuria, and the rest, but still there is a problem. The question is just one. Who is the problem? The common denominator in terms of failure. Who should be blamed for the failure? You've been changing people. In his conclusion, Ruto is the problem, and therefore he must go. Not the people that he's either firing or hiring. He must be the problem. I don't know your views on this, but this is Gachagwa's position.
But you must ask yourself here, who is competent? Because after I have left, nothing has changed. After Kuria left, nothing has changed. Muturi has left, nothing has changed. Linturi has left, nothing has changed. What is the common denominator here in terms of failure? It's William Ruto in matters of incompetence. When he came in as president, we had a working health system. Today it has collapsed. When he came in, we had a working university financing model. It has collapsed. When he came in, roads were going on across Kenya. They have all stored. So in matters incompetence, it's William Ruto who is incompetent.
Now I want us to continue with the panel discussion, but before we go deep into that, I have a quick and humble request. For those who are watching this channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, you heard Gachagwa, you heard Linturi, you heard Muturi, Moses Kuria, they were in office, including people like Owalo, they were there. I mean, we heard Ababu Namwamba. There was protest, there was rejection. The problem we are facing today, they are even becoming more severe to what was there when we were beginning. So Gachagwa is asking, who is the problem? The common denominator, according to him, as far as failure is concerned, is William Ruto. Because it can't be that everyone is a problem and you are always right. It cannot be that way. So with that fact, Gachagwa believes that the problem must go. So the issue of one term comes in. That it is high time we let the man at the top, who seemingly is the problem, to go. So, not firing of individuals will help to solve the problem we are facing today, as long as Ruto is still in the office. No matter how many people is going to change. And this confirms one statement that one of William Ruto's CS said when he was a member of parliament. Do you remember about John Badi? Badi said that the people that Ruto is hiring in the cabinet, they cannot help him. But he knew one thing. Ruto will be micromanaging those ministries from State House. Indeed, Ruto is calling shots from State House. Even John Badi himself, a man they said is an expert look at his leadership. It seems that he's being directed from State House. So the common denominator of failure is William Ruto. Even if he changed 100 people, including bringing Raila Odinga on the table, Raila is now here, who seemingly might be the one advising the president. But how do you see the advice? Is Ruto taking Raila Odinga's advice? Or it is Raila who is misadvising Ruto? The truth remains that it is very hard for Ruto to buy into anyone's advice. He is always right and he advises himself. Now that's where the problem lies. You know, you can be a bad president. You can be a person with no good ideas on how to run a government. But if you are a keen and a good listener, you can run a very successful government despite the fact that you are a fool. So the worst thing for William Ruto is that he's playing clever, that he knows everything. He don't take advice. And for that, he's turned to fail. We are facing protests today. We've been facing protests earlier. In fact, the latest protests are becoming so worse. Where is Gachagwa that he said is incompetent? Gachagwa is at home. How has Kindiki helped him to sort out this mess of protest after protest? He don't take advice. So, Ruto must go. That is a position that the majority of Kenyans are now taking. And I agree with Rigathi Gachagwa. It can't be everyone is bad. You might be the bad person. Not all Kenyans are bad or poor advisors or they don't have an idea. Even in his cabinet, not everyone is bad. The bad seed we are having in that cabinet, the spoiled seed, is the man chairing the cabinet itself. So the only option to change Kenya, it is just Ruto must go. For our healthcare to work for everyone, Ruto must go. For university and in fact it was high school and primary school students to enjoy free medical health care while in school, Ruto should just go. Remember who brought Edu Afia? That means if we have a student who is sick, the principal need just write a letter and instead of going home, you just walk to a health facility and you get treated. Right now we don't have, so it is upon parents to struggle taking their learners back, their learners to hospital for treatment. So imagine if you don't have money and the learners should be in class at the same time. In order to avoid this, the issue of one term should be realized. We had Linda Mama. That means free maternity. But right now, those who cannot afford it, they cannot have this service. In order to give dignity delivery to women in this country, Ruto must go. The issue of education funding, just look at the issue of help. Now, there is confusion there. They are bringing these things of segregation now. You want to grade people on how you are going to fund them. And we know that even if you talk about the issue of bursary, I have come to learn through my studies that it is majorly those who have connection to politicians who normally get bursary first. The issue of other priorities comes in later. If you do not campaign for so and so, if you don't have connection with so and so, getting a bursary is a problem. And that is the logic they want to bring into the issue of university education funding. So that now there are issues of the most needy, that grading. At the end of the day, it will be those who have connection with these politicians. In order to avoid this, Ruto must go. The issue of extrajudicial killing, trumped up charges, forceful disappearance. Just look at the situation. Kidnapping is too much. A lot of Gen Zs have been killed. You walk on the street, you find lifeless bodies. Some people cannot be, in fact, some have been, killed in a manner of which you cannot, they have been disremembered. You cannot even tell so and so. You have just to do a DNA test. Watu wameuawa, wamechinjwa, yako kwa magunia. Chini ya uongozi wa Mheshimiwa William Ruto. So to avoid extrajudicial killing, Ruto should be one term. The problem is the man in the State House. I don't know your views, but please let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.